Good morning. It's Monday, September 9th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. A search right now for the vandal behind a possible hate crime in Nassau. Police say someone splashed red paint on a sign at the Shelter Rock Jewish Center in Roslyn. The sign said, "We stand with Israel, bring them now home," a reference to the October 7th Hamas-led attack on Israel. It happened on the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. These two men from Queens are expected to face a judge in Hempstead today. Police say Damari Harvey walked out of K Jewelers in Lawrence with a necklace he was trying on worth nearly $6,000. We're told Kaimani Blake was with him in the store yesterday. Only in Newsday, September is the peak month for mosquitoes and West Nile virus, and they got an early start on Long Island this year. Health officials reported larger numbers of infected mosquitoes compared with recent years, as well as more human cases of West Nile in Suffolk in July and August. Now, for the first time in 5 years, the county has reported an eastern equine encephalitis infected mosquito sample. A somber ceremony tonight to remember the lives lost 23 years ago in the 9/11 attacks. Relatives will read the names of their loved ones listed on the memorial wall at Tobay Beach in Massapequa. The names of Moortown residents who died from 9/11 linked illnesses will be added. Dozens of homes in Manorville will soon receive public water. Suffolk County has launched an $11 million project to connect 64 homes to Riverhead public water wells. The project comes after testing showed PFAS contamination in 15% of private wells. The forever chemicals are linked to deadly cancers. If today is your birthday, you're not alone. September 9th is the most common birthday in the country. 6 children at a Compset elementary school in Smithtown are celebrating their birthdays today.
It makes me feel super happy that there's some people that have the exact same birthday as me.
Happy birthday to all. Only a Newsday, more school bus camera tickets were issued in the town of Hempstead last year than in all of Suffolk County. Newsday investigative reporter Peyton Guion explains why.
One is just the sheer density. There are a lot more people per square mile in the town of Hempstead, which means a lot more traffic on each individual road, more opportunities to pass a school bus. But the other one that the town told me is the program's newer. Suffolk County has had the program a full year longer. Drivers are more used to how to react when a bus stops, not drive past, because of course that's what the law says. If a bus is stopped, it's, stop arm is out. Drivers have to stop no matter what side of the street they're on. In 2023, we're talking almost 250,000.
Wow.
140,000 of those were in the town of Hempstead. A little more than 100,000 were in Suffolk County.
Critics call this a cash grab, but there is support for the program.
So I think a lot of people feel aggrieved by the program because, what the law allows is that no matter what side of the street you're on, you must stop for the bus. It doesn't matter if there's a grassy median in between you. It doesn't matter if it's a 2-lane road and, traffic going each way. If the bus is stopped, the stop arm is out, you have to stop. But there have been people in these, bigger highways, 8-lane highways, getting tickets when they were all the way on the other side that I think have people feeling aggrieved. But again, I think what the municipalities and the county would lean on, and what Bus Patrol certainly leans on, is that this is what the law says.
Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Have an emergency? Well, the average ER wait time on Long Island is now just under 4 hours. Virginia Huey has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It was traumatic for me.
For Amanda Morris, a trip to the emergency room at Stony Brook University Hospital was exasperating.
It was crowded and it was chaotic. The nurses were frantic. They were going from person to person.
Last December, Morris rushed to the ER with severe stomach pains and dizziness. She says she received a quick diagnosis of colitis, but waited 36 hours in 4 different areas before being admitted to the hospital for treatment.
I'm in the hallway. I'm not seeing any staff, except for every so often somebody comes by to do vitals. And I asked for a few updates, and they said, "Oh, we're waiting to get you into a room." Clock's ticking, clock's ticking. And I felt anxiety that, are things going to get worse while I'm waiting?
Morris's story exemplifies the problem of ER wait times that can be hours upon hours long. A typical visit to a Nassau or Suffolk emergency room now takes just under 4 hours. That's almost 75 minutes longer than the national average, according to data from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
We've got a resource crunch for health care.
Wendy Darwell of the Suburban Hospital Alliance of New York State says a nursing shortage, lack of community health care options, and a behavioral health crisis all contribute to the problem.
Some of those workforce shortages are impacting people's ability to get care in the community. So if you're struggling to get in to see a behavioral health professional, or you're struggling to get primary care, you may be going to the emergency room for care.
Medical experts say Long Island's aging population and its many physically outdated emergency departments are also contributing to wait times. According to CMS data, Mather Hospital in Port Jefferson had the longest average ER time at 4 hours and 52 minutes. An official for Northwell Health, which runs Mather, said they deal with a much larger percentage of geriatric patients. When these folks need care, the care is much more complex. Representatives for Stony Brook University Hospital declined to comment. To help shorten wait times, the Suburban Hospital Alliance says facilities across the region are making major investments to expand emergency departments to make more room for patients. Efforts are also underway to recruit more healthcare professionals.
Even from the middle school and high school levels, we are focusing on how you interest young people in careers in healthcare.
I felt sympathy for the staff.
Morris says she understands the challenges healthcare workers face in ERs, but hopes she won't need to return to one anytime soon.
I'm going to try to avoid it if at all possible.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Read more about emergency room wait times on the island on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Giants are off to an awful start. Big Blue kicked off their 100th season with a 28-6 loss to the Vikings at MetLife Stadium yesterday. Daniel Jones struggled, tossing 2 interceptions. One was returned for a touchdown. Tonight, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets kick off their season. They are on the road taking on the San Francisco 49ers. A 13-year-old Jets superfan from Long Island is making a name for himself in the podcasting game. Jamie Stewart has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Like most 13-year-olds on Long Island, Connor Long is adjusting to being back in school.
It's going well. I mean, I just started. Just wrapped up my first week. I started on Tuesday.
But unlike most teens, when Connor's done with his homework, he doesn't jump on the phone or play video games. He heads to his studio.
What is up, New York Jet fans? Welcome back to NY Flight Jets Talk.
Yes, Connor is a podcaster talking about what else but his beloved New York Jets.
The Jets are on my mind 7 days a week, 24/7.
And despite his youth, Connor already has landed some big-time guests.
Who better to bring on than someone who's actually at the game? He covers the New York Jets for ESPN. Mr. Rich Cimini joining the show. ESPN's senior insider, Mr. Adam Schefter, joins the show.
How did you get these great guests?
So a lot of it goes to, building relationships. You start off with one that builds to another. Then, like you said, I had Rich Cimini on. Okay, I had that. I've interviewed Rich Cimini, and then it slowly starts building. I've had.
So you're like a journalist. You're just hitting the pavement.
Exactly.
Connor's show is gaining in popularity, but his name really took off when he was a guest caller on the national Rich Eisen show.
Why are you a Jet fan, Connor?
Bingo.
Why am I a Jet fan? That's a very good question. So I was actually born into the fan base. My dad's a big Jet fan, but I actually had a chance to get out.
I said, here's the deal. If you pick a new team, you got to ride with them for your whole life. That's the deal. We have no bandwagon fans.
Okay.
So he said, Dad, I'm going to sleep on it.
I wake up the next morning and said, Dad, I made my decision. I'm riding with the Jets.
They are currently the betting favorites to win the AFC East, according to DraftKings Sportsbook.
Connor says he doesn't regret his decision and predicts big things for Gang Green this season.
How many wins for the Jets this season?
12-5. 12-5. Jets are winning 12 games.
Regardless of what happens on the field, the experts say Connor is gearing up for a successful run of his own.
And I would just tell you to keep working hard and chasing your dreams. And if this is what you love to do, keep doing it.
For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
Go Connor. Read more exclusive sports stories on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyperlocal Monday weather, a chilly start to the day, but it will warm up this afternoon. Here's a look outside at West Scott Cameron Beach in Bridgehampton. Mostly sunny out there, a beautiful day. We'll be back to the beach weather by the end of the week. Checking out your day planner, a mix of sun and clouds today, highs in the 70s. Tomorrow, sunny with highs in the upper 70s, so that looks good. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching.